Today, we look at what's going on with Kentucky basketball after a 1-6 start. If you haven't yet, please share and subscribe to help grow the channel. I hope you enjoy the video. I've been seeing tweets, I've been seeing fans on their forums going off, inquiring about Kentucky and who's to blame for their struggle so far. A freshman group who was the #1 recruiting class in 2020, only one win on the year, and that came against Morehead State. It seems like everyone imploded towards the end of the North Carolina game, where Kentucky players were clearly upset and frustrated. Whether that was due to playing time, the season, who knows. But after the game, there were tweets about the situation, and you usually don't see it to this point. A coach calling out a player and airing out locker room business online. I just haven't seen it to that level before. But fans around the country, including Big Blue Nation, are pointing fingers at different issues, but it's not just one thing. Roster continuity. They don't have it. Probably the worst in the country. Of the top 10 minute leaders on the roster, none of them played for Kentucky last year. Pandemic. Due to the lack of roster experience, a shortened season is detrimental to young teams or teams who just need time to gel. And in this instance, it's both. They're both young and they need time. This is the worst type of year for a coach like Cal, who recruits at a high level. He uses the non-conference to iron out these wrinkles and allow his talented but young players to learn and mature. Role issues. Due to a roster where your 10 best players didn't play together the year before or get coached by Calipari the year before, nobody knows their roles. And they get thrown into the fire playing 6 teams in a row who have a pulse. Late losses. They've lost some close games late, and you'll see where these issues pop up. Whether the youth or the lack of established roles are to blame. Kentucky against Kansas, tied game with under 3 minutes left and it's winning time. When defenses call switch, you'll see smarter offensive players screen their own man to screw up the defense. The 2 seniors for Kentucky got outplayed here. Either way, it's just 3 points. Now have to get a decent possession on the other end. But several seconds later, the 2 seniors again are in action up top. Lazy pass gets deflected into a turnover, and Kansas counters with an easy 2 points. All of a sudden, Kansas is +5. Out of the timeout, the play blows up and Kansas bails out Askew with the foul. He hits both free throws, back down now to a 3-point game. Isaiah Jackson allows middle here, which is tough, but he does recover well, and then he makes the Kansas wing take a really tough shot. 3-point game with 35 seconds left. I'm pretty sure that's Terrence Clark here. Up until this point, he has yet to make a college three-pointer, and it was a quick shot. Didn't need a 3 right here. Bad shot, Kansas ball up 3, and have to start fouling and playing that game. Then when Kansas misses both free throws, giving Kentucky another breath of fresh air, Kentucky gives up an offensive rebound off of a missed free throw, and that just cannot happen, and that's pretty much the game. Kentucky was right there against North Carolina, knocking down 2 free throws to cut the deficit to 2 points. This is where teams lock in, and if the team makes a tough shot, then so be it. Kentucky applies some full court pressure, and there's nothing wrong with that as long as everyone is on the same page, but there's poor communication and rotation off of just one pass. This unbalanced transition defense causes Kentucky to drop to ball level. Then we have a scouting error where senior Davion Mintz helps way too much, leaving a 43% 3-point shooter, and UNC makes him pay. 5-point game, Kentucky back on defense. Terrence Clark and Jacob Toppin don't communicate on a fairly simple backscreen alley-oop. Lee gets pushed to 7. Now with 2 minutes left or so, it's still a 2-possession game. They're right there. They need a stop. Askew closes out on the shooter. Now just need to finish the possession with the rebound. 4 Kentucky guys are crashing. 3 UNC guys are in there. They give up an offensive rebound and a putback for an and 1. Hitting the free throw to go up 9, putting the game out of reach. Against Louisville, several things happened throughout the games. We'll just fast forward to the last minute. BJ Boston isn't balanced here, but still, Isaiah Jackson is tough on this rebound. Goes 1 for 2 from the line to tie the game. Now Kentucky has to lock in, and they end up getting Louisville to turn it over on the baseline. At this point, with 48 seconds left, you have a 2-for-1 opportunity where you can get 2 possessions and not just 1. This ends up being a poor possession execution-wise and time-wise. They don't get in the paint, settling for a contested 3 with 9 seconds left on the shot clock, and the result is a scramble situation on the rebound due to the poor shot quality, resulting in a foul on Kentucky. Louisville hits a free throw to go up by 1, and Kentucky calls timeout. On the ensuing play, they have really good execution, something we really didn't see in the games prior, and get a really good shot that barely misses. Really tough way to lose. These are all things that are mostly self-inflicted, and they can be fixed. Kentucky is coming up on SEC play, and they don't play a ranked conference game until February. I will not be surprised if they flip a switch and start playing well together. They have the talent, and they'll need to grow up a little faster than what Cal had in store. And unfortunately, some players have taken hits to their draft stock, but they cannot think about that. Just have to reset, continue to grow as a team. If you do that, everything will fall into place.
Dan Dockage can't guard me.